G'day, legends! G'day, boys! How the bloody hell are we? What's good, boys? What's good? What's good? What's good? Shut up, intro music. No one's interested in what you have to play. Who was the first one in? Christopher was the first one in. On you, Chris. You're a legend, mate. Eric, close second. Justin Kennedy coming in up third, up the rear. Where's the shirt at? You know where it is, mate. Fingers too fast for you today, Eric. I'm too bloody fast for you, mate. I'm too bloody fast for you. You can't touch me, mate. I was just looking for something to watch. Well, welcome, Justin. I'm happy that I was able to accommodate you perfectly. My Serbian brother from another mother. I didn't know you were Serbian as well, Ronok. I don't know you were also a fellow-based legendary Eastern European. Never ever been accused of clearing out a country of a certain population. Just depends who's doing it. What's up, Miguel? How are you, dude? Good to see you, man. How are you, brother? Jamahal is going to take Khalil out. He is, dude. He is. Sup, dog? Sup with you? Whereabouts in the country are you today, Miguelathan? Chris has been training specifics, mate. He's been training bloody specifics, mate. He's been training bloody specifics. Ignacio is going to knock Rafael out this weekend. Dude, I can't give up on Fiziev. I'm not done yet. I'm not done with giving up on Rafael Fiziev. I'm not, mate. I'm still on board. Although Fiziev hasn't got his Ragnar braids in yet, so that is a little bit worrying, but I'm sure he will get there. I'm sure he will get there. And we chill. And we chill. Don't make me say it. Why would you say it, Eric? What? There's no need to say it. We haven't done anything wrong or nearly wrong yet. We haven't even started the stream yet, mate. We haven't even started the bloody stream. Nobody said anything about dogs, but I was actually the first one in here, but I figured I'd let Chris be the first and send a chat. He seemed like he could use a win today. Oh, that's good of you, Larry, and I agree. Chris could use a win, mate. Chris hasn't been first one in chat in a while. He ain't winning that trophy, but he might win the coveted Shut Up Dickhead Award. Pussy boy Raphael is getting knocked out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are we calling Raphael Fiziev pussy boy? We gave up on Fit. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Gary's going, Drickus is taking Jemima out. Drickus is going to take Jemima out. That's absolutely right. Nobody said anything about YN, bros. Chill. Okay, chat. Bit early for all this. Larry is good people. Larry is good people. He cares about the members of the community. And we care about Larry. And we bloody love Larry, my agent. What a top bloke. He bloody is, boys. So, there were rumors going around yesterday. That Jamahal Hill wasn't going to make it to the event. Because I don't know if you guys have heard. I know MMA is our political escape. I don't know if you guys have heard, but there's a wee bit of a war going on over on that side of the world. I know, shocking to all of us. Can't believe it. That side of the world is blowing each other up. Never would have seen it coming. Never would have seen it coming. On you, Larry. But there was reports that Jamahal didn't get on the plane to get over there because he was worried about the rockets being launched across the border. Completely made up. Completely made up. MMA Twitter has lost all forms of credibility. You got to check everything that you need to check for sources like 2 or 3 times before you can actually bring anything up and talk about it online. Completely made up. Completely made up. Jamahal Hill has arrived in Azerbaijan. I don't know if he was on the same flight with his team. I don't know if he took a different flight from his team. But everyone's there. Everyone's made it. And apparently there are no rockets flying over the top of Azerbaijan, or however you pronounce it. Hill is going to get put on a shirt. No, Chris, come on, mate. Come on, mate. Winning the Big Dick Award for real. I can't give myself an award, unfortunately, Eric. I can only give you guys the awards. It wouldn't be fair if I gave myself an award. Chris says on Crip on Mac on Crip on God on Real. Nacho says, Khalil said that he is bloody jet lagged. I mean, I would assume they are jet lagged, dude. Like, they're fighting at a completely different time zone. The real question is, Nacho. What's up, Cheddarhead? How are you, brother? The real question is, Nacho, are you going to wake up and watch the entire card? Because I think it starts at 1 a.m. for us Australians. Are you going to wake up and watch the entire card? Bunch of angry little sandpeople. All right, Chris. And yes. Armin is back up after you. Armin is the backup fighter of UFC 317. Again, this goes into what we were talking about here, Ronok. Armin is the backup fighter for UFC 317. Do you know who announced that news, mate? Do you know who said Armin's the backup fighter for 317? I'll let you guess before I spoil it for you, dude. I wonder if Khalil is going to use his screw that secret new move he was supposed to use against Alex Pereira. Oh, that secret new move of leading with his face and doing Muay Thai until you can't do it anymore. Maybe, Justin Kennedy. Maybe that's the one. Of just marching forward and getting your bloody head kicked in. Eric said I meant you. What? Which one? What? The Big Dick Award? You couldn't possibly win that one. If you had a big dick, you wouldn't need to go around the therapist-ing people. You know what I mean? They would just come to you. Only people with little penises have to go out there therapist-ing people. I'm bricked up for you, Doug. Oh, thank you, Kenny. I bloody love you, mate. Actually, I've got a lead on getting in contact with Nacho's boy, whose name I am totally blanking on right now for some reason. With Nacho's boy. Anderson Silva. Did Big Marcel confirm it, Ronald? I'll check, because last I heard, I'm happy to hear that. You might have one up on me if Big Marcel confirmed it, Ronald. That's bloody good news. Because last I heard, Arman Sarukian was the backup fighter, according to Arman Sarukian. He said he was his own backup fighter. He just announced the news himself. So I'll go and check Big Marcel right bloody now, mate. We'll see if it's true. Imagine being the backup fighter of a guy that you beat in your last fight. Armin is a clown for pulling out. I mean, it all depends on the circumstances, Miguel. We don't know what happened. Did he pull his back out? Could he not cut weight? Was he scared of the piss test in the morning because the commission was there giving people the old piss in this cup test, and Armin was worried that he hadn't cycled off properly? We don't know. We know it's one big bloody lie. That's all we know, is that Arman Sarukian was injured. Even the UFC seems to think that he wasn't that injured, and he was willing to fight 5 weeks later. Did you see that fuckboy Buckley got shut down by Usman? What do you mean? Did I watch the fight? Is that what you meant? Like, yeah, man, we watched the fight for sure. Danny Left Hand 2, good Barlow. Do we have a lead on Barlow, on the Barlow interview? Is the elusive Barlow interview still out there for us? Eric says, cucked Armin. Nacho, did you see the BuzzFeed Koala Dougie's Corner logo Lorendo did in the Discord? Good old logo. Yeah, I did see that. Lorendo did some great bloody logos in the Discord. It was damn good stuff. It was really, really good stuff. I don't mind the angry kangaroo ones. I don't mind those at all. And then the baked out koala ones, they're quite good for Beanie Dougie. They're pretty good for Beanie Dougie. Larry gonna win Agent of the Year over Ali. Dude, if we actually land the Danny Bloody Barlow interview, oof. All right, let's have a look for Marcel. Marcel MMA. Let's have a bloody look, mate, for bloody Big Marcel. Big Marcel Dorf. Let's have a look, mate. Big Marcel. Where are we at? Let's see if he can confirm Arman Sarukian is the backup fighter. All right. We have got Matsek Rabowski. No one cares about that. Danny Silva. Nobody cares about that. We got the official poster. Nobody cares about that. He got his review. Nobody cares about that. Going live. Big Marcel on the odds breaker to recap Atlanta. And that was so... I don't think Big Marcel has confirmed it, brother. I think it is just Arman Sarukian shooting his shot. And you can't blame a player for shooting his shot, can you? But I think that's what's happened here. And let's have a look. Let's have a quick squeeze and geeze of this. No, I think it's just Arman Sarukian shooting his bloody shot, mate. Let me catch up and read some chats. What's up, Val? What's up, Skynet? How is everybody? Good to see you guys. Hope you guys are doing well this afternoon. Larry's going to win the Agent of the Year. What's good, my brother? Wishing you well. I'm wishing you well, Val. I hope you're well. Thanks for jumping in and saying g'day. How are you? What's up, Skynet? Some big bloody hopping kangaroos around. How are you, dude? I liked the angry koala one. You like the angry koala? I like the stoned koala, and I liked the angry kangaroo. I like those ones the most. They were damn good. G'day, legends, bro. What's up? The new lighting looks amazing. Oh, I just closed the curtains and put a back lamp up. But good. I'm happy you think it works. I'll try and keep it like this. I'll remember that this is the setting. Speaking of kangaroo, how long did it take you to clean your chair last year? So I finished the stress. So for those of you that weren't here last night, what's up, Simply Kudos? What's up, Atomic3301? How are you guys? And what's up, Showbiz Story? Good to see you. So for those of you guys that didn't make the 3-hour marathon stream that we did yesterday, I ate some minced kangaroo. And then while I was emoting with my hands like Cody Garbrandt mid-fight, I slapped the tray and dropped it all over the floor and was sitting in kangaroo juice. Yeah, took a bit to vacuum up and wipe it all down off the seat, but luckily I have wet wipes available by the laptop. Don't ask me why. Alright, speaking of kangaroo, we did that one. Angry Roo, not koala. That's right. Did Marab and Nina shag? I don't think Marab and Nina shagged, although you never know about Nina and Dana White. Just saying, don't sue me. Does the room smell like ruined peas right now? It does. It does smell like ruined peas. Mate, I'm fucking drowning in roof fat. Dougie 2025. That's about how the stream went yesterday, yeah. Imagine how legendary it'd be if Dougie got a side-by-side interview with DDP and Hamzat. That would be bloody legendary. If we could have DDP on this side and Hamzat on this side, and we did a face-to-face interview virtually over Skype, I would be stirring shit up way more than old Brett Okamoto did for the Ilya Tapuria versus Max Holloway one. That's for bloody sure, mate. And Monkey says, I want to eat Dougie's sticky milk. Okay, Kenny, he's right up to it today. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing all right, Atomic. I'm doing all right. How are you, man? With a huge name like Danny Barlow, it pretty much guarantees an instant 20k new subscribers if we get that interview too. Yes, absolutely, easily, of course. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I really don't know that much about like chasing interviews. I'm really not that keen on it. And I think I could get into like I never thought I could get interviews, really, without having like 10,000 or 20,000 subscribers. But then No Chill MMA, and shout out to No Chill MMA, and well done, kid. You're killing it, man. Keep going. No Chill MMA got one of the MMA heavyweights, one of the UFC heavyweights, can't remember which one he got. And he also got Big Smiling Alvey, Smiling Alvey, Karate Combat's current reigning heavyweight champion. It's crazy, man. So good on No Chill. So that, I guess to say all that is to say that, yeah, there is a chance that I could get an interview with someone, especially someone regional from Australia. But I don't know. I think we've hit like a good sort of Jared Van Dira. Yeah, I think we've hit like a sort of good recipe on the channel that we just might stick to for a bit. I'd really want to interview someone. I'd really want the interview. I'd want to chase it down to actually get the interview. You know what I mean? What's up, Cage? How are you, dude? You are Dougie. I am Dougie. You are Cage. You are one of the OGs, Cage. You are one of the absolute OGs. First one through the gate, and I love you, Cageathan. And I'd never ban you, no matter what other people say about you. And Cage is the mod of the Discord, boys, so don't fuck around with Cageathan. I don't think we need you to explicitly state for us. We all know those were wet wipes for Goonie. They're absolutely not for Gooning, mate. They're not for Gooning at all, okay? You don't need to know why I have wet wipes around the desk. Do you want to know why? The secret truth, and it's not for Gooning. My secret shame, it's for when I stay up eating fried chicken and watching fights after the pay-per-views and after the fight night cards. I stay up late and I drink a bottle of whiskey and I eat buckets of fried chicken and I watch back the cards without having to talk. And then I have to wipe my fingers down to touch the keyboard. That's what they're for. They're for my secret shame of quietly rewatching back dog shit MMA cards and eating buckets of chicken. But that's just between you and me, chat. Right, let us move on. Dougie, would you ask the most perfect questions for the interview? Probably not, but I try and come up with some different ones. I wouldn't say, how's the training camp going? I fucking wouldn't ask that. You think Marab's crooked nose is the secret to his cardio? Could be, simply kudos. How he gets in so much more oxygen through there. It could be, dude. Dougie need wet wipes by him at all time because his accident makes him a wet... Dougie needs wet wipes by him at all times since his accident that makes him wear a diaper. Exactly, mate. It just flows consistently. We should also try for the Dark Lord Ben Rothwell interview. You know what? We might actually be able to get the Dark Lord Ben Rothwell. That might work, right? If No Chill can do it, anyone can, even DJ Aiden. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, No Chill and I have very small subscriber counts. So, you know, it's not because it's No Chill. I'm not saying, like, anyone can build an MMA channel. That's what I say for Joey. I say if MMA Joey can build an MMA channel, anyone can build an MMA channel. That's what I say about Joey. Mate, get Quinlan Sal killed on, mate. Ask him about his mullet, mate. True. Would you produce a Dougie in Dagestan documentary? I would go to Dagestan. 100%. I would absolutely go to Dagestan and interview some of the fighters on site and have a look at the Khabib's Eagle training facility in Dagestan. 100%. I've seen plenty of really small channels have interviews with the fighters, just kind of aim low, so to speak. Aim for guys who probably be happy to get any exposure they can get. I think you're right, Larry. Yeah, I completely agree, dude. Yeah, it's all about aiming down there. I'm half Serb, half Australian. So my mother's full-blooded Serbian. My dad is full-blooded Australian. Apparently he's my dad, though, because he's like 6'3" tall, blonde hair, blue eyes, and I look exactly like my mother. I haven't got an inch of dad. Nothing about me looks like my dad. But you know what? He took the job and he did the best that he could. So he gets the credit. Atomic Frog, thank you. I feel like a trip to Dagestan would be sick. Yeah, I mean, I'd be 100% down for it. I think it'd be fucking awesome to go to Dagestan, see the cliffs, see the new training facility. I reckon it'd be fucking awesome, man. Big Ben might be a tough fish to reel in, but who knows? Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the guys who used to be stars like 5 or 8 years ago. Are you saying that the current Karate Combat heavyweight champion, Smiling Sam Alvey, was an old star? How dare you, mate? He is one of the absolute GOATs. Also, while we're here and we're kicking it and it's in the headline, let us talk about Big Ben Askren. So Big Ben Askren, this is from a channel called The Wrestling Room. Pat Matino. This guy is obviously part of the wrestling community, and he also doesn't mind dank memes either. He has given an update on Ben Askren. All right, the update is... Ben Askren was able to open his eyes and squeeze his hands. He's showing some responsiveness. This implies just how bad things have been for Ben Askren. He is still expected to need a lung transplant, which is fucking horrible to hear. I'm so sad to hear this. But some of his levels are improving, and he's still fighting like a champ. Keep praying for Ben Askren. # keep it funky. So... it's good to hear that Ben's on the mend. It's horrible to hear that he needs a lung transplant. I don't know how successful lung transplants are. That's so scary and shocking. But it's good to hear that he's on the mend and his chin's up and he can actually regain consciousness. So for those of you that are in any way religious, keep one up for Ben Askren. And if you're not religious and you're just a diabolical drinker and gambler, pour one out for Ben Askren and remember the good times as well and have hope for him. Positive energy towards our boy Ben Askren. Let's read some chats. Fucking craziness, boys. Craziness. I was going to pick Roundtree, but I can't ignore how he's looked outside the first and early second against Pereira. You were going to pick Roundtree, but I can't ignore how he looked outside the first and early second against Pereira. Yeah, I think a lot of the MMA community are going to be riding the back of those 2 rounds. I'm with you, Bilal's good eye. Like, I like Roundtree. I think he's a cool bloke. I like listening to his interviews. Obviously, I like his style because Muay Thai is my favorite kind of fighting to watch. So... I like everything about Roundtree, and I think Jamahal Hill's a bit of a cunt. But I still think Jamahal Hill's going to win, even though he is a little bit of a cunt. And he is also just playing up being a bit of a cunt. He's not actually a cunt. So I'm still going to be going with... I just think Jamahal Hill's got the better technique and range control to look after Khalil Roundtree down the center. You know what I mean? So Noel is the GOAT. Noel is the absolute GOAT, mate. Umar's an industry plant. Pewter murks him. What do you mean by he's an industry plant, Val? What do you mean by he's an industry plant? Like the same way that Sean O'Malley was curated up the rankings? Is that what you mean by that? Smiling Sam Alvey's just hitting his prime. Absolutely, Justin Kennedy. How dare we suggest that Smiling Sam Alvey aren't up at his bloody prime, mate? Smiling Sam Alvey is a star. He's a massive star. Big Ben Moggs Alvey? No. Yes, he does. Look, look, no chill. I want to ride with Smiling Sam Alvey, but we are team Big Ben Rothwell. And let's face it, boys. Let's face it. BKFC is a lot cooler than Karate Combat. You know? BKFC is much cooler than Karate Combat. I've written my half of both. Sam Alvey is legit. He is, mate. Askren's got this. You were talking about Big Ben Rothwell. Yes, I know. Yeah. Ben Askren versus Ilya Tapuria. Ben Askren mogs him. Ben is in bad condition. He is, dude. He's in bad condition. It's fucked. John Morgan and Ben Askren could do a podcast together later. They could. Just talk about the good old days. John Jones versus Aspinall is what we've been Askren for. Yes, Larry. Yes, Atomic 311. Yes. That is the dad joke that we needed to pick up the mood. Pin that. John Jones versus Aspinall is what we've been Askren for. That'll get him up and out of bed. He won't need a new lung when he reads that one, mate. Jamal seems like legit cool dude. Jamal seems like a legit cool dude. Having a drink and smoking a dart for Ben. That's what it, yeah, you're either praying or having a drink and smoking a dart for Ben. Jamal seems alright, but he just puts on a bit of a cunt attitude, you know what I mean? I'm not sure who I'm picking though, but I'm still leaning towards Jamahal Hill. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be 50-50. I think the odds are already 50-50 as well, if I'm a gambling man. If I was a gambling addict, I think the odds are 50-50. Umar shot up the rankings more than O'Malley was. Umar got a ranked opponent in his 5th fight, was it? Justin Kennedy. Umar got a ranked opponent in his 5th fight. Again, you can go to my channel from about a year ago and look at the Dagestani privilege video. There's been Brazilian fighters that have had the same thing done to them. Umar and Jan is an awesome fight. I agree, Miguel. Who would you be picking in that fight, mate? Dougie's got a new jacket. Dougie does not. This is just an old one that I whipped out of the closet. Umar beats the shit down. Yeah, Umar beats shit down Yan's leg. No. Orthodox Russian supremacy reigns supreme. I'm leaning towards Roundtree. I have no idea why. It's just annoying to me. Okay, that's fair enough. You know, I've been rethinking my career path and I could see myself cleaning mirrors. Oh, god damn it. Yep, good one, Larry. Good one. Very good, Larry. You got me. In honor of Askren, show us your bloody double leg, mate. I can't whip mine. I can't take it out on the stream. W Brazil. Umar would beat him. Our closet, mate? No, just the closet. Umar is right below Marab as the second best. Like in the division at the moment. Yeah, maybe. I mean, he beat... I was going to say maybe it's Sandhagen, but he clearly beat Sandhagen, so... Yeah. Yes, he is. Are you Serbian Orthodox Christian? That is my family's... Yeah, that is where we come from. Yeah, exactly right, mate. Khalil Roundtree via emotional third round. Khalil Roundtree via an emotional third round, although I want Jamahal Hill to win. Why do you want Jamahal Hill to win, Atomic? You just like Jamahal Hill more? I'm interested in McGee versus Yan. Me too. It scares me because I want Yan to stay him. And I don't know if Yan is him. And I believe that Yan is him, but this is where we're at. We also have news from Tom Aspinall. According to the video that he just shot with Paddy Pimblett, and I haven't gone and watched this entire video to verify it yet. Jesus, it's winter over there. It's almost 100 degrees to go. Yeah, it's like 0 degrees in the morning. It's fucking cooked here now. I hate it. Here we go. Tom Aspinall says he is now training for Alexander Volkov and Jailton Almeida. Now, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know the context. I don't know if what's up, I'm Extremely Asian. Good to see you. I don't know if he said this like joking around, you know, like when he was on the Chael Sonnen and DC podcast, Good Guy, Bad Guy, when he's like, let's not talk about John no more. Let's not talk about John. I'm done now. I don't know if he was just joking around with this. Like, I'm training for Jailton Almeida now. I'm not sure I'll have to see it, but more, if this is legit, and he did say it seriously, more hints towards my idea that we are in the end game of the John Jones-Tom Aspinall negotiations. So, yeah, we'll see what that is. I'm jealous. It's winter over there. It's almost 100 degrees today. Yeah, it is bloody freezing, though. Although, I get up and I go to the gym in the morning, and the gym is in my garage, Cheddarhead, and my garage is not insulated. So, as much as I like the winter, working out with the bar... and it's fucking ice cold, like 0 degrees, ice cold. Not pleasant. Not fucking pleasant. Yeah, it does, Jesus. It gets down. I mean, in Melbourne, it'll get down to like -3, -7 sometimes, but usually sits around 0. And then like an hour and a half from here, it snows. But I know that's not that big of a deal to the Yanks because it fucking snows everywhere over there. 16 cunts in here, and I'm the only one who liked the bloody stream. Dougie, show him your butthole till he gets at least 12 likes. I don't think I'll do that, Larry, but come on, guys. Like the stream. Don't be a bunch of John Joneses. Khalil's best win is over Anthony Roll into a Bath Smith. Let that sink in. There you go, everybody. I'm Extremely Asian. Just listen to that. Listen to that. All right? Khalil Roundtree's best win is against Anthony Smith. Do not put your money on Khalil Roundtree. I hate hot weather. That's why I live in San Francisco. Doesn't San Francisco get hot, Miguel? I like the hot weather. I like it warm. I like it cold. Yeah, I don't mind. I like the hot weather. I like it warm. I like it cold. I like it cold during the day, but I like it hot in the afternoons down at the beach. Apparently, a lung transplant carries an average life expectancy of 5 to 10 years. Fuck. Poor Ben. Oh, God. Randy Brown is so tall, he's definitely... okay, Atomic. Very good one, mate. I'm not going to walk right into that. I want to pick Jamahal for a number of reasons, but the Achilles injuries are nasty. I still might pick him, though. Yeah, and Khalil's got devastating low kicks, Mr. C. Khalil's got really nasty low kicks, so you never know what's going to happen with that one, right? Umar is a weak inbred bones. Do not compare him to the Chad Neanderthal Marab. All right, Showbiz, rocking with the Georgians. Weak Neanderthal inbred. Sorry, the weak inbred bones, brittle inbred bones, unlike the Neanderthals of Marab. I think he's training for everyone, and this week he is doing Volkov Almeida. So you think he's just like trying to keep it interesting during his training camps, Cheddarhead? So 1 week he'll train for a certain guy, the next week he'll train for another guy, and then he'll go back to training John Jones. Maybe, I mean, it would be better for him mentally that way, keeping it fresh, rather than just doing John Jones every single fucking week for the last year, nearly, right? Volkov should get the title shot after getting a robbery against the Frenchie. I agree, Justin Kennedy. I hate that the entire MMA YouTube community, the entire MMA community, is just talking about it like Cyril Gane's going to get the next title shot. I mean, I say it, and we talk about it because he is going to get the next title shot once John Jones gets of his fucking ass. But it shouldn't be Cyril Gane, should it? I mean, it should be Volkov, right? I mean, whoever won, whoever lost, be damned. Volkov won. Who cares what it says on Tapology? Bilal started a YouTube. Did he? How many? I bet he got a lot of followers because of, you know, what's going on over there. Does it get down to 0 degrees? Yep. I'm extremely Asian. I agree. It's got this bag and feeling Roundtree gets it done, even though I still rate Hill. It's annoying to me. I mean, there's nothing worse than picking an MMA fight, putting money on the MMA fight, and then like going against your gut, knowing your gut would go a certain way, even though your brain and logic is telling you another one. Or just go with your gut. Always go with your gut. And then if you got it wrong, you won't feel as bad because you'll be like, whatever. Bilal, remember to like and subscribe, Muhammad. Very good, Justin Kennedy. Very good. Celsius or Fahrenheit? Celsius. No, San Francisco doesn't get hot. Oh, interesting. 100 degrees Celsius boils water. He's talking about Fahrenheit. I know they're talking about Fahrenheit. I'm talking about Celsius. I know Cheddarhead saying 100 degrees Fahrenheit equals about 35, 40 degrees Celsius. Fatties love winter so they can hide their fat. That is true, but luckily I'm not fat. Growing up in Miami my whole life, I had enough hot weather. That's fair enough, mate. Dougie has weak DNA. Why would you say such a thing, Mikey? Cereal gain, yes. Have you seen the sheep with a human face born in Dagestan? Look at it, Google it now live. Sheep with it. No, Showbiz. No. All right, I want to check out Bilal Muhammad's YouTube channel. How many likes and views does it have? Let's have a look at this. Bilal Muhammad's YouTube channel. Bilal. Bilal Muhammad's channel. Where are we at, mate? How many subs has he got? That's so funny. Sorry if you're listening. Bilal Muhammad has got 2.27 subscribers. 2.27 subscribers on his YouTube channel. And he started 4 days ago. Good on him. Former welterweight champion Bilal Muhammad has got 2,200 subscribers on his YouTube channel. Bilal, if you want to come and do an interview to boost your numbers. Oh, mate, that is funny as. I thought he was going to have like 100,000 off the bat. Easy. You know what I mean? Former champ. I know, dude. I thought he was going to. I know. A fucking plasterer from Melbourne, a 36-year-old plasterer from Melbourne has got more subs than a former welterweight champion. Oh, God. Oh, it's funny. All right, let me read some chats. Plus, not like we haven't seen people with the best performance in their life one time they get a title shot many, many times in the past. Sorry. Plus, it's not like we haven't seen people have the best performance of their life the one time they get a title shot many, many times. That's what I also think as well, Larry. Like, we see people rise to the occasion, and then everyone sort of remembers that moment that they rose to the occasion rather than their body of work. And Khalil Rountree's body of work is kind of mid. And I hate that because I do like Khalil Roundtree a lot. So, yeah. Check out Jamahal Hill's boxing teammate, I suck dick. Very good, Atomic 300. You got me there. I suck dick. Very true. It's generally far more frustrating if you lose ignoring your gut than if you lose ignoring your head. Just got to be sure it's really your gut and not your heart. True, Larry. Very, very true, mate. True. I hate it because I've got to do this. And you guys clown me for it. So sometimes I know in here what I should be picking, but I feel it in here, in my stomach. You know what I mean? Like Urseg Moreno. You know what I mean? Like, I was expected to get on the Urseg train so much. And I wanted Urseg to win. I really did want Urseg to win. Like, Urseg is a contender. Volk is champ. JD Bloody M is champ, mate. Whitaker getting the win over RDR. Like, these are all good things for me that I enjoy as a sports fan that loves to back the boxing kangaroos. You know what I mean? But I just looked at Brandon Moreno, and I said it so many times leading up to that fight. I was like, there's nothing Brandon Moreno does that Urseg can do better. And I was forced into picking Urseg and riding with the Urseg narrative. And I was right. But it's not going to go on my record, you know what I mean? I'm telling you it's true. I'm not looking for a goat with a human face in Dagestan's showbiz stories. Bilal probably botted his channel like... Yep. Bilal! I know, former champs. I know. I thought he would have joined in 2001. Screenshot and remember this moment. I should screenshot this, right? When Bilal Muhammad had less fucking followers than me on Instagram. I'm kidding, Dougie. You have great DNA and I want it. All right, Kenny. September? When did he join? In September 2001? What was the first video he put up? Really, it's only been up a couple of days. I would have expected maybe 10K. Well, I just assume, right? Because again, like when we go to embedded or whatever, Bilal's numbers actually do quite well. Like all shit talking aside, Bilal generally has a very good fan base behind him. And his fan base, it's not hard to tell how Bilal has got a good fan base behind him. It's the flag, you know? It's like when it's the flag. I'm currently, you can't see it, but my mouse is flicking around the flag, the big Palestinian flag right up in the middle. This is how Bilal has all of his fans, you know. It's like when Agent Smith is talking to Morpheus when he's got him strapped to the chair. It's the smell. It's the smell. It's the flag. You can see it a mile away. We know what's going on here. So I would have thought that because Bilal Muhammad does have a very strong fan base based around the flag, and they show on his embedded numbers, it would reflect in his YouTube subscriptions. But maybe he just hasn't got maybe he just hasn't got the word out there to the wider Palestinian community. You know what I mean? And free them. Where am I at in the chat? Where am I at in the chat? The day between the 10th, the 12th, maybe the 9th is when he started at YouTube. Chihuihuis has definitely been to Russia when you look at that lamb. Chihuihuis has been to Russia when you look at that goat, that lamb. It's got Raul Rosas' chin coming out of it. Is Kangaroo Jack your favourite bloody movie? Says I'm extremely Asian. I've never seen it, mate. Never seen it. What's up, Conor McGregor? Good to see you back, dude. I'll get to you, mate. Bogdangrad has the pressure and the grappling, but Nimavov has more substance, pace, cleaner striking. Thoughts? Bogdangrad. I don't know if I trust Nimavov to sit on his shots and actually do the damage. I think Bogdangrad can pull away with it. Dougie MMA is better than any other MMA YouTuber. Well, thank you, Atomic. Not true, but I appreciate it, dude. Bilal really fumbled his reign. He should have created the champion while he was still champ, and he could have had 5K he could have had 5K subs by now. Yes, he should have. While he was champ and in recovery, that's when he should have started his channel, and he should have been posting training vlogs. And then that way he would have actually built up more numbers than a fucking drywaller in Melbourne, you former welterweight champion, saying that you're the greatest welterweight of all time. Young Einstein is peak Aussie cinema. I agree. I bloody love the movie Young Einstein. What's up, Alex? Good to see you, dude. If I had my way, John Jones, Israel, Usman, Aljo, Woodley, and Francis would have never been... I guess you put Rashad Evans on there as well, Eric. Unbelievable, Eric. Tighten it up. Brother is from Chicago. Tez Pomo. True. Why don't you say his name? The MMA YouTuber's Voldemort. Giuliano Argente. And he's suspiciously high sub count. Is that what you're talking about, Christian Grey? They never assimilate. True. Roundtree versus Hill. Who is the bigger willy? Are you an MMA expert? You would know. Roundtree versus Hill. Who has the bigger willy? If you're an MMA expert, you would know. This is classic Conor McGregor chat. Classic Conor McGregor. Notice Conor McGregor enters the chat, and the first thing that he wants to know is what's going on with other men's gooches. Classic Conor McGregor. You can tell he's been scrolling their Instagrams, liking their squatting videos, trying to figure out what the girth is. Classic stuff, McGregor. Classic stuff. Good to have you here, Connor. Can I have $1 million? You're nearly a billionaire. It's like $10 to you. You know what I mean? If people can donate 10, you can donate $1 million. Come on, Conor McGregor. Don't be a cunt. MMA Joey always seems to have a horseshoe up his ass. Yes, he's been bullied his entire life, and he's constantly on the defensive. I've broken this down many times. Be nice to MMA Joey. He looks through the entire world as on the attack mode. Someone's always trying to get him. Well, I'm sure that a large part is just because I hadn't heard it anywhere else till whoever brought it up here. I'll start to grow faster as more people become aware and spread the good word. But you're talking about Bilal Muhammad's channel? Yeah, I'm certain Bilal Muhammad's channel is going to blow up. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to get a lot of... I'm sure people are going to follow it. What's up, Alex? How are you, dude? Good to see you, man. Dougie has a 10-foot aluminium statue of Volk in his front yard. Absolutely bloody right, mate. And I live in a shared apartment block. No one understands why it's there. But every time the council come to cut it down, I'm out there with a bloody flamethrower fending him off. Pinned message is good. It's good, isn't it? Atomic absolutely rocked that one. Yes, indeed you are. I thought you were, mate. Dougie, check the Discord and tell me the lamb was not Chihuahua. Link is in the Oz news site, not Doge. All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Chihuahuas from Russia. Let's have a look. Holy fuck, it's true. Oh my god. Chat, I'm not saying they fucked a goat. Oh no. I'm not saying someone fucked a goat. I'm not saying somebody fucked a goat. Oh no. I'm just saying. Oh fuck. Alright. Oh, I'm not saying that they fucked a goat. I'm just saying... Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, the lamb with a face like an angry old man avoids the chopping block. Oh, fuck. Shall we do this? Shall we do this? I think we should do this. Well, hang on one second. This is going to be so mean. We should do this, right? Alright, let's do this. Where's a good photo of him? Oh, no. Where's a good photo of Raul Rosas Jr.? Let me read some chats. Hang on. Fucking hell. Oh, fuck. Is Blades a lock against disgusting Rizland? Yes, he is. Laughing at that comment. Oh, my God. Oh, wow, Doug, you're making racist terrorist jokes. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. That's all right. He fucked a goat. They definitely fucked a goat. They definitely fucked a goat. All right, where's Chihuahuas? Oh, fucking hell. I'm just... There we go. Oh, no. All right, this is the perfect photo. Oh, shit. Oh, it's a YouTube video, not a photo. I've been bamboozled. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Right when they come in. That's it right there. Hang on one second, chat. We got to do this properly. Oh, no. Okay. All right. I'm going to get back to the chat in 1 second. Hang on. Hang on 1 second. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this properly. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty fucking, I'm glad we took the time for science, chat. I'm glad we took the time for science. Oh! Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm sorry if you're just listening back to this and not watching, but this goat looks exactly like Raul Rosas Jr. and we have got the perfect side-by-side comparison. And Mr. Rosas Sr. has a lot of fucking explaining to do on the wild trip that he took to Russia for his mate's bachelor party. He's got a lot of fucking explaining to do when he gets back. Oh, fuck. Alright, let's read some chats. Oh, man. Don't skip my Sorry, Eric. Where were you at, dude? Dougie had sex with the goat. There we go, Eric. Needed to be said. Laughing at that comment like it was an ice cream video. Not sure which one, dude. Oh, fucking hell. That's no good photos of Raul Rosas Jr. You gotta be looking all night. No, but I wanted one where it was like, where he looked like the goat, dude. Macy the Future Barber or Gelatan A. Lee. I don't bet on women's MMA. Go with Macy Barber. She's got a bigger ass. Raul Rosas Senior has some explaining to do. Fucking oath he doesn't. They say science is dead. This is the real science, chat. This is the real science. Jesus Christ. Chihuahuas is a girl's weakness. It is, mate. Can you do a poll on how long chat would lick Alexa Grasso's feet for? No, Yog, you disgusting fucking heathen. Bro, you just looked at it? I just looked at what? What did I do? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Poor Raul, he's going to be so depressed. He is, mate, when he finds out he looks like an inbred fucking goat. What are you tipping? Plus 74 for Connor packing more than 6 inches or minus 600 for Connor packing less than 6 inches? Oh, I would say less than, Mr. C. Less than. No, Daniel, you were right, and I'm so happy I took the time to bring it up. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. Thank you. You guys called it. This is peak MMA journalism right here. This is what the Ariel Helwani shows, the Luke Thomas shows aren't going to give you, chat. What did Raul Rosas Sr.'s father get up to on that one weird bachelor party when they went to Russia? Please tell me this is somewhere near Chechnya or Dagestan. Oh my god, it literally looks like Dobby. There's more photos of it, chat. Dude. What part of fucking Russia was this from? I need to know what part of Russia this goat is from. Russian farmer, lamb in his face, angry old man, spreading wildfire on social media. Oh, southwestern Russia. Chikia in southwestern Russia. We need to see, chat. We're going deep on this. I need to see how close to Dagestan is Chikia. I knew I recognized that face. It took me a minute. Plus, I'm sure this page is twice as long as yours. All right, Larry. No need for that. Raul Rosas Jr. is Bigfoot Silver's son. Yes. Raul Cursed Goat. Would you let Clarissa Shields give you a Blumpkin? No. No. DNA testing that fucking lamp. We're going to Google Maps. Google Maps. And I want to know how fucking close is this town to Dagestan. That shit would have been on Ripley's Believe It or Not back in the day. Absolutely, mate. Alright, so we want to search Google Maps for... What the fuck? No, I don't want to go into space. Russia. Chirika in Russia. Directions from Dagestan. How close? Completely different. Completely different parts of Russia, chat. Completely different parts of Russia. 42-hour drive. Completely different parts of Russia. Must just be sweeping the sides of the Russian countryside. DNA testing that fucking land for Raul Rosas. Get the fuck out of here, mate. Get the fuck out of here, Raul Rosas Jr. Goodbye, cunt. Yes, I want to get rid of Raul Rosas Jr. Oh, God almighty. Fucking hell. Nobody read the description. Nah, that must be wrong. 42 hours drive in Russia is nothing. They're basically neighbors where that goat basically walked there. Dagestan is right next to Azerbaijan. It is, mate. It is right next to Azerbaijan. They're right next to each other. It's like 4 inches apart. What, the gooch and the dick? No, mate. Dagestan and Chechnya, Russia are completely in different directions. Dagestan's all the way down here. Read me. Sorry, not the AM, bro. Not the AM, bro. Did you know with Rose's disease, he'll be lucky to be alive till he's 40? I did know that. Yeah, I did know that. Fucking sad, isn't it? Real fucking sad. Yeah, it's not good shit, mate. It's not good shit at all. Yeah, Dagestan is all the way down here, mate. Down by Azerbaijan. Yeah. Yeah. Bloody craziness, mate. Craziness. Dougie wants to plan a visit there as soon as possible. A quick goat smack. Matt, now that I know that this goat's back on the menu, now that I know that little dobbies are back on the menu, unbelievable. Read Chris. What does Chris say? I'm here. Dougie wants to... No, we're all caught up. We're all caught up. Yeah, Georgia's right there. What the fuck? Georgia borders Dagestan? Yeah, they're on the same side of the cliff. They literally... Georgia and Dagestan share the same cliff. They share the exact same cliff. They're just on different sides of the cliff. And one's the Orthodox Christian side and one's the Muslim side. That's all it is, yeah. Jokes aside, I think Raul Rosas Jr. is a decent... He is a decent... It is just jokes, mate. It is just jokes. You got to remember Atomic 3301, that, like, MMA is, like, essentially one big fucking high school community, to be honest. Like, they all talk shit, punch on with each other, and have a laugh afterwards. And us, the MMA YouTubers in the community, like, just sit in the stands and laugh along. Like, it's just fun, mate. You know what I mean? But Raul Rosas Jr. is a good person, and he doesn't deserve the amount of abuse that he gets. Daggy, can you hold a bit of New Zealand? Plenty of sheep shaggers that way. I know, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? I want to go to the core. I want to go to the best sheep shaggers in the world. I want to go all the way to Dagestan. Right up inside the core of this sheep shaggers. You know what I mean? I want to get deep in there. Deep in there. What else have we got? Alex Pereira, for all you Sharma fans out there. Alex Pereira took his son to training. They've been doing a little bloody sparring session together. Do you guys want to see it? You don't want to see Alex Pereira sparring with his son. Now, I know Alex Pereira doesn't officially have a son, but you know how he is. He's been traveling the world, just laying pipe for absolute fucking days. Dougie ordered 10 pounds of minced lamb straight from Dagestan, mate. Kiwi sheep shaggers have nothing on those quiff-dwelling ones. Exactly. Right. Bang. Read Eric. Shut up, dickheads. I don't think he's going to sleep his own son here, though, boys. I think he's just playing around with him. Oi! Clips him there. Imagine if Alex just knocked him the fuck out, mate. He teaches him one there. Little uppercut. That's it, mate. There you go, son. Unfortunately for Alex, sunning his son isn't going to help him against Magomed Ankalaev. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to take a little bit higher skill level than that to be able to put hands on big, goated Magomed Ankalaev. The fuck is that logo? It's a Freemason gym. Fucking bloody Rigo MMA is going to screenshot this. Dougie's actually a Freemason? Here's Dougie doing the thing. Dougie's actually a Freemason. Did you see Musical MMA's Mikhaev song? Fuck, it was such a good show. I didn't catch that. I haven't watched Musical in a couple of days, actually. If I'm getting CTE, then so are you. True. KOs him, then emotes. Good, that's what he should do. That's how a father should teach his son. Just walk in, fucking... Fuck, you say to me, cunt? 10th Planet Fitness. Yep, being a good dad is the worst base for MMA. Ask John Jones. It's actually the best base for MMA. That's why John Jones is so goddamn good at it. If anything, Alex Pereira should just hit his son. Should just hit him. I thought they were more into goats in Tasmania. No, so in New Zealand, they're into fucking their goats. What's up, Fight Night Talk? How are you? In New Zealand, they're up to fucking their goats, but in Tasmania, they're into fucking their cousins and their sisters. No need to feel sorry for Chiwewe. The guy's living his best life. That's true. I mean, he's living such a good life right now. He gets to go to local MMA shows and be the fucking rock star that he is. So, yeah, good on Chiwewe's, right? Speaking of the Freemasons, can you tell your buddies to stop trying to get us into major wars? Thanks. They're not the ones doing it, mate, all right? If that little country that shouldn't be there just stopped poking everyone around it, then shit wouldn't go down. And I'll let you guys fill in the blanks. Dougie's bricked up for life. True. Read DJ Aiden. DJ Aiden's behind the wicker basket. What do you mean he doesn't officially have a son? He's got two. I know, I'm just playing. I'm just making fun. Nacho doesn't even know that he's playing what he's saying most of the time. Exactly right. Dougie's description below that sheep picture literally says Dagestan, do proper journalism. It said, I've already clicked off the thing, but it said Chechnya, Russia, not Dagestan. As a Tasmanian, I can confirm to Dougie's statement. Thank you, Moody Wizard. So, apparently Drickus said his coach offered 10k to anyone in the gym who manages to take him down during the Hamzat Chimaev camp. That's amazing. And I love Drickus' coach and Drickus' entire training camp so much, if that is true. The fact that he follows them around with a cattle prod and is trying to incentivize anyone around there to take him down. I love that, Larry. I really love that. That's awesome, man. Yeah. I'm so hyped for Drickus versus Chimaev. I will give $500 to every UFC fan when any Punjit. I will give $500 to every single UFC fan when any Punjit, which I assume you mean an Indian, wins a UFC fight. Well, Conor, you can't. You don't have the money. You've only got $1 billion, Conor McGregor. And it's been factually stated as a true fact by Dana White that there are 400 million MMA fans around the world. 400 million MMA fans around the world. So you couldn't even do the maths on how much you'd have to pay us all, mate. Horse meat meant to try and make people believe he's impossible to take down or legit. Meant to motivate him to go at 200% max, at 120% maximum effort. Horseshit meant to try and make it. I don't think it's horseshit. No. I think, from what I know about South African sporting culture is they're chads. They're chads. You know, the fucking cattle prod thing, the sculling beers, the smoking cigars, the rugby, they're chads. So I think it's legit. Like, we're talking about a title fight where there's, I don't know, Drickus du Plessis check. What do you reckon he makes? 1.5? And he's probably made $1.2 million for the Sean Strickland title fight. Probably 1.5 for this title fight. So we're talking about $3 million worth of title fight money. A 10k sprinkle to try and get Drickus du Plessis to really make sure he's ready for all the takedowns. No, I don't. I believe it. I think it's meant to make him go 120%. To be fair, there's like 7 people that live in Tasmania. I know. Imagine that family dinner. Yeah, they'll all just be yelling at each other, all 7 of them. Same here. Ron, New Zealand is into fucking sheep. It is. New Zealand is into fucking sheep. Hamzat shows up for the 10k. Probably could. The cattle prod thing is just jokes. I believe it. I absolutely believe it. How many donors would it take for you to cattle prod yourself on the stream? Cattle prod myself on the stream. $100k. Didn't Pujatoma win a fight? No, it has to be men's MMA. DDP is cyborg at this point. There will be a T800 versus a T100. What a fucking banger of a fight. I agree, Showbiz. Dougie's reading makes me want to drive to Melbourne and shit on his van's windscreen. Why? Why, Nacho? Isn't it better this way, the way that I just sort of make shit up and we just sort of generally go with the flow of what I think chat is saying? Let me have this. 890B, exactly right. Yeah, I mean, if it's legit, then it's one heck of a coaching idea. I think it's legit. I fucking go with it. I think it's legit. Women don't count in so many ways. It's legal to give your child CTE, and it's also based in South Africa. Yes, it is legal to give your child CTE. No, of course not. Tasmania seems dope. They got the Devils down there. Tasmania is dope, dude. I can't wait to go there. They've got bioluminescence down there. And apparently you can see the southern aurora borealis. So I would love to go and take the van around Tasmania. Do you really think he's getting that much already? I think so. I think Drickus is probably on 1.2, maybe 1.5. Show and win. Like overall, show and win, you know, for everything. So he's probably, what are we saying? 700k, 750k to show. 750k to win. I think that's about where he would be on championship money. What do you reckon? Do you listen to Deant? I don't. I've heard other coaches incentivize training partners like that with steak dinners and such. Yep. Mate, you ain't ready for Hobart. Why not, mate? I'd love to go to Hobart. What comes first, the cattle prod or the cousin picks? The cattle prod, mate. The cattle prod comes first. You're never getting cousin picks. Right. Championship rounds. I love the championship rounds. They do good bloody work. You can always generally trust that they've actually dug into what they're reporting on. Islam, and this is from Javier Mendez, who I assume was just on the John Anik podcast. Islam Makhachev scopes Javier Mendez, says that we're going to get 3 more fights from Islam before he retires. So, he is going to lose to JDM and then go back down to lightweight. So, boys who are screaming and sad that we're not getting the Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria fight at the end of this year, you're either going to get Islam Makhachev versus Kamaru Usman if the worst should happen and Islam Makhachev gets through JDM. You will get Islam Makhachev versus Kamaru Usman, or you will get Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria next year. That's going to happen. If he's going to stay for at least 3 more fights, that's going to happen. Mate, I'm bloody ready for Hobart, mate. I'm bloody ready for Hobart, mate. I'd love Hobart. Allegedly, Usman only made 300k last weekend. I don't believe it. That I checked that. That dude just makes shit up. That's from a Ruben Carter-esque bloke. He just makes shit up. Dougie was taught to read by Helen Keller. Okay, thanks, Chris. Thanks, dude. Did I tell you guys about what happened with the odds over on the Bogdan fight right before it started? Did I tell you guys what happened with the odds on the over-under for the Cody Brundage fight right before it started? No, what happened, Larry? Please let us know. Champs get a flat rate, not show a win rate, mate. Oh, thank you, Weston. Appreciate that, dude. How much would it take for you to shave your mustache and accept Allah into your life? Oh, Allah, to accept Allah into my... No, not enough. I wouldn't sell my soul. No, not the aim, bro. I see it seems low. Rose made 500k for a dog shit fight. Yeah, I don't believe that at all. Scott stop gatekeeping the cousin picks. No. How far is the ferry to Tasmania from Melbourne? That would be a 6 stream of you eating the bread with... Not far at all. I mean, you got to go from the other city in the bay, which is Geelong, which is about an hour outside of Melbourne. Or you can take a cruise ship... which is the last one that I went on. That was the last one. That was last year we went on a cruise ship. That was overnight. And we were meant to spend the day in Tasmania. But classic fucking Tasmania, it was too fucking windy and cold for the cruise ship to get anywhere near that hellhole of an island. So we just circled it because it was so bloody choppy. The cruise ship couldn't land. Positive or negative for you to get drafted and John Jones is in your squad? Negative, because then not only are you going to be dying against the superior forces of the BRICS countries, but you're also going to be getting absolutely plowed at night by John Jones as he's on his last few thrusts of existence. The Spirit of Tasmania is backed up for fucking months. There you go. How much does your cousin look like you? Not like me at all, mate. She looks like Dakota Ditchiver. In Tasmania, there we go. Dougie, 2 minutes ago, I would love to go to Tasmania. I'm just talking shit. I would love to go to Tasmania. I would. We tried to go. We took the Virgin Voyages down there, and we couldn't dock because it was too fucking windy. So I would love to go, and I've tried to go. I've tried to take a ferry, not a ferry. I've tried to take a cruise ship down there, and it didn't bloody work. JDM, defend the belt if he wins. Go back to lightweight. Reclaim the throne before retiring. I don't think he'll reclaim the throne at lightweight if he wins at welterweight. I don't see him going back down. He is going to have to lose at welterweight to move back down. Jack Della Maddalena, Kamaru, no, these guys are fucking delusional. Ilya versus Islam doesn't happen. Dana Mice quit. He's never going to move back to... These people need to fucking understand MMA before they talk about it on Twitter. There's no fucking way he's going to move back down to lightweight if he ends up winning the belt. That's just straight up not happening. Now, I don't know who the hell made this list, but I saw this list cruising around online. This is... I don't know if Exotics Park made this list. This is a list of the 10 best strikers of all time. They have got number 10 as John Jones. Number 9 is Alexander Volkanovski. Number 8 is Dustin Poirier. Number 7 is Stephen Thompson. Number 6 is Sean O'Malley, the TKO expert, Sean O'Malley. Alex Pereira as the 5th best striker of all time. Khabib as the 4th best striker of all time. Max Holloway as the 3rd. Kind of fair enough. Anderson Silva as the 2nd. Kind of fair enough. And Israel Adesanya as the first. The thing with this is, this must be a masterful troll. Because you've got Anderson there, you've got Holloway there, you've got Dustin there. So you've got legit some of the best strikers ever there. But then you've got Khabib and Izzy as the best. And Khabib is the 4th best striker of all time. One of the most retarded lists I've ever laid eyes on, including my own top 50 MMA fighters of all time, which was retarded. Let's read some chats. The Rose fight was alright, Paul. How dare you speak of Little Thug? Nacho constantly glazing some of the worst fighters in our industry. Do you find Dakota Ditchever attractive? And if you would you bang? Yes, I think she is an attractive woman. Yes. You're going to make homemade burgers tomorrow. I'm going to make homemade burgers tomorrow. What should I put in them? Minced kangaroo buns, tomato, garlic aioli mayonnaise, fried onions, little bit of lettuce, bit of bacon. Bloody beautiful, Justin Kennedy. Islam should have just stayed at lightweight. No, I like him moving up to welterweight. I think it's cool. I'm going to force him to move down. Rose already had a contract for $300K before the fight, the same amount to win, so the performance doesn't affect her previously signed bloody contracts. How do you know, Ronald? Honestly, how do you know? I'm not saying you don't. I'm just curious. How do you know? Only black people would keep glazing Izzy to this level. It's true, Eric. It is true. But look, I can't hold that against them. I mean, you guys that didn't stay till the end of the stream yesterday, we did a worst champions of all time tier list. And chat bullied me into putting Robert Whittaker onto that tier list. And I nearly cried. Because I didn't want to put Robert Whittaker onto that tier list. Mike, thank you so much, mate. You're a bloody legend, dude. Thank you, dude. I used Unkman at a company retreat, and not only did everyone in the room laugh, but my boss gave me a raise on the spot. Oh, yeah, Mike. Yes. Getting it out there with the Unkman stuff. I love that, dude. Good on you, Mike. Thank you for the $10, bro. I really appreciate it, man. What a bloody legend. What a bloody legend, mate. Thank you. Thank you for the $10, man. Thank you. And thank you for all the support you've been showing the channel lately, dude. I appreciate it. This list is absolute dog shit. This list is the worst list I've ever seen. Who reads better, Dougie or Floyd Mayweather? Probably Floyd Mayweather. I can't read for shit. Why did I think I should be a streamer? Whoever would have guessed? Where am I at? This has to be rage bait. It's horrible. If you're starting a league and could choose 4 fighters to build it around and choose anyone as your CEO, a Dana-esque fighter, who would you choose? Oh, Nacho. Let's talk about this once I catch up to some of the chats. That's a good question, dude. That one's a good one for whipping out the old Canva board. And what do you mean by a league? What do you mean by a league and could choose 4 fight? What do you mean by a league? Who cares if some random tard makes a list? We care, Chris. It's sort of the whole point of the channel, mate. Dougie, would you bang him? Dougie would bang his cousin. No, I wouldn't bang my cousin. No. Just because my cousins look a little bit like Dakota Ditchever, and I think Dakota Ditchever is attractive, doesn't mean I can't discern the difference between Dakota Ditchever and my cousin, you retard Shawiwi. What's up, Jaden now? How are you, dude? Good to see you, man. Facts, Shawiwi? No. If I can find kangaroo, I'm going to do that. We have bear meat in the freezer. I can use some bear meat. Mix it up with some herbs. In Serbia, they'll take different kind of minced meats and mix them together, and it's called chivup. Justin Kennedy. It's called chivup. So you'll have a bit of pork, you'll have a bit of lamb, you'll have a bit of beef, and it's all mixed together with different kinds of herbs, and then you'll like chop some vegetables, like really finely mince some vegetables and stuff, and roll it all together and make chivup. So do that, mate. Make a little concoction of the burger, mate. Izzy isn't black, he's Chinese. That is true. Would you wipe your glass? Okay. Would you wipe your ass on glass or watch Izzy versus Romero straight for 3 days? I would drag my ass very quickly along broken glass. Very quickly. Like that. Like sandpaper. And then that would be it. The time is up. I'm sure Whittaker made it on the... I made sure Whittaker made it onto that. I know it broke my fucking heart, mate. Would make sense since Dougie is gatekeeping her pictures. No. Everything there is close enough, but Khabib is anywhere near the top 10 is wild. It is wild, isn't it? That is a shit list. This is not my list, Mike. We are on Mr. Testosterogen's page on Twitter. We need to tell him. This is the worst list ever. Worst list in history. Where's Ben Askren? Worst list in history. Khabib being listed is even crazy. So it's obviously not his list. It's obviously not his list. I don't know who the fuck made this list. I don't know who made this list. Is XD Skates Park a channel, a person? I don't know. Exotics Park made this list. Unbelievable stuff. Unbloody-believable stuff. That would make sense since Dougie's gaping me pictures. No. Would you bang a pangolin? No, I'm extremely ancient. I was not bang a pangolin. What is your... No. Stop talking about my cousins. Sounds like a fucking baddie. Stop talking about my cousins. Mitika. Stop talking about my cousins. Like the haircut. Thank you. So I went to hedge my 1.5 rounds in that fight. But right as they were starting the walkouts, they took the odds down so no one could bet on... generally speak... Bet on OU. Oh, bet on the outright? That only happens when they get a ton of money coming in all sides at once. Okay, let me start this again because chat skipped on me. Okay, so you were talking about the Cody Brundage fight that happened over the weekend here, Larry. Here we go. What's up, Frankie? How are you, dude? Is Benny still alive? I have no idea. How are you, Frankie? Good to see you, man. You sound like you've had enough, mate. No, the chat just fucking skipped, and there's this huge block of text that I'm trying to read, and you know how I go, trying to decipher this shit. So, chat, stop talking. How are you, Frankie? Good to see you, man. I hope you're well. All right, stop right now. Okay, so... We're talking about the Cody Brundage fight. Larry noticed some weird gambling that was going on. So he went to hedge his under 1.5 rounds on the fight. And just before they started the walkout, they took the odds down all the way so that nobody could bet on a over-under, right? Generally speaking, that only happens when they get a ton of money come in on one side all at once. Obviously, it's extremely weird. They did nothing for 1 or 2 rounds and then went all out right at the start of the 3rd round. Do you think Brundage and Mansour were involved at all in the money and the agreement to wait till round 3 to start banging? Or do you think it was just someone like me betting the over because of all the weird results so far and then waiting till the 3rd round and just yet another weird thing that happens on that card? I believe that there are fighters and coaches out there that are fucking with some of the gambling. I believe it. We saw Paul Felder have a cheeky little gamble on the cards the other night. We know everything that went on with James Krause. You're in the exact right minds of a conspiracy right now because you are noticing the dots that are there to be connected, but the way to prove it is the very points of authority that you need to prove your conspiracy. So I see what you're saying, and I believe that fighters do this sometimes, and coaching staff do this. Your own fight organization could steal 4 fighters off Dana rosters right now to build a company around who would you choose, and who would you pick to play the part of Dana. All right, I'll circle back to this one, Nacho. Big Frankie's in the building. Good to see Big Frankie. Dougie feeling bad for Chihuahuas, then 5-minute laser calls chat retarded Chihuahuas. Yeah, it's funny. Do you think he has the best flying knee? Who do you think has the best flying knee in Cage Warriors? I don't know, Jaden, now. Over under, where am I at? Did you name the channel after the spot you tickle your pickle as a kid? No, Mr. C. I named it like Blue Corner, Red Corner, Dougie's Corner. Because I was sick of all this MMA, that MMA, X MMA, Jake MMA, Paul MMA. I wanted it to be different. My parlays are never a hitter. Big man Dougie, was I crazy for thinking Budley took rounds 3, 4, and 5 based more effectively on damage and striking? I don't know. I didn't watch it back closely enough to score it. I watched it back to just enjoy it. There's an argument for it, because Usman didn't really start his ground and pounding sequences till about the last minute of those rounds. So there's an argument for it. Frankie, did you hear about Dougie's hot cousin? Okay, stop it. Usually it's Israel, exactly. Usually it takes millions of bets in at one direction to have a shift like that. So there you go. And Frankie's been gambling on MMA far longer than I have, so Frankie would be noticing something like this. Dougie's Corner, as Margot Robbie confirmed. Dougie's Corner MMA. Yeah, that's too much. Like, then everyone would be like, why is your last name Corner? You know what I mean? Dougie's Corner. It's an MMA channel. Not everything needs MMA in the title. Right, so Nacho asks, in your fight organization, you can steal 4 fighters of Dana White's roster right now to build a company around. Who would you choose to pick and play the part of Dana? So, I have to pick a fighter to play the part of Dana because you know that I want Chael Sonnen to be the one to play the part of Dana. But if I was going to pick a fighter to play the part of Dana White, I'm picking Dustin Poirier. I'm picking Dustin Poirier to play the fight of Dana White. I'm taking 4 fighters to build the league around. I'm taking Joshua Van. Young, talented, good to start building a roster off. I think he is young enough to win a title against other shit fighters and then become that Anderson Silva that holds it down forever. Well, not forever, but for a long time to like establish dominance. I'm taking Joshua Van. I want to take a lightweight. I'm going to take Ruffy. I'm going to take a lightweight. I'm going to take Ruffy. I want a welterweight. You like that, don't you? I'm going to take Miles Morales at welterweight. I need one more fighter. Dustin Poirier's Dana White. Joshua Van. Ruffy, Ross. Fuck it, I'll take Rosas Jr. as well. I'll take Raul Rosas Jr. as well. I'll take Rosas Jr. as well. I'll take a whole bunch of young prospects and try and build a league off them, Nacho. What do you reckon, mate? Okay, where was I at? My parlays never hitika. Got him, Justin Kennedy. Got him. Frankie, did you hear about Dougie's famous hot cousin? No, Dougie's cousin is Margot Robbie. No. Dougie, what do your cousin's feet look like? You'll never know, Yog. Rufat MMA. That's a good one, mate. Dougie's monthly beach streams MMA. Mike, we'll do another beach stream. We'll do another beach stream soon, mate. I'm planning. I've got shit going on in my personal life right now, and once it's done, I'm planning something fun for the boys. Nacho is a goat. Nacho is the goat. Read Nacho. Poirier is a great answer. Thank you. His last name is Scorner. Just put the pace in the wrong spot. Channel name was meant to be Dougie Scorner. Thank you, Nacho. That's not what it was meant to be. When you first started your YouTube journey, did you call your mum over to help you spell your channel name? No, I didn't, Mr. C. Thank you. Young Volk. Yeah, well, you got to take like fighters that are in there now, right? Nacho, you're very clever. Nacho's the best mod in the game, mate. Never bans anybody. It all makes sense now, Nacho. I can finally sleep at night till now. Young prospects that casuals don't know, the promotion died before it started. No, it didn't, Extremely Asian, because they end up winning the belts, and then before the title changes hands, they become dominant champions. Your idea of GFLing it up is the reason why none of these organizations ever take off. You can't just hire a bunch of old fucks. You got to hire a bunch of good prospects, and then get them to fight contenders around them and build a thing off it. Why aren't you taking the champions? Are you retarded? Because I wanted to think out of the box, mate, and build an actual organization here. I don't just want to take a bunch of old fucks that are done. I need to build an organization here. This is why your organizations always flop. And Dougie's Corner MMA will ride on forever. It obviously happens. There's a huge favorite who's super heavily favored to finish their opponent really fast. I'll never bet the under. Usually a mismatch like that, it only happens with guys early in their career, not making a ton of money yet. They could easily get 2 or 5 times even more their pay by waiting till the last round to take it to a decision. This is what I reckon. This is what I think. Like, there are so many times, and I've said this a bunch of times in my reviews as well. Like, there have been so many times we've been watching fights, and I've said it in my post-fight analysis, where I've been like, look at that fighter's family and see if they had a big win over the weekend. Look at that fighter's family and see if they had a big win over the weekend, because that was sus as fuck. Nacho gets a compliment, immediately calls Dougie retarded. That's the kind of channel that we have, isn't it? Sometimes it's just Nacho versus me. Why didn't you take Aspinall or Drickus? Because I am retarded. I should have taken Aspinall and Drickus. I should have taken I should have taken Tom Aspinall. I should have taken Dricus du Plessis. I should have taken Ilya Tapuria. I still would have taken Joshua Van. I still would have taken Joshua Van. PFL truly has something with Paul Hughes, Thad Jean, Dakota Ditcheva. They are just retarded. That is true. Nacho, you're the best mod, followed by are you retarded? That's what makes him the best mod, you know, because he's not scared to call me out. You know what I mean? What's next for Polo? What's next for Polo if he humbles the Russian? Well, Val, he's not going to humble the Russian. Let's pull up there. What's next for Paulo Costa? Probably another young up-and-comer. I mean, remember, Paulo Costa hasn't gotten a ranked win since 2019. His last win was in 2021, I believe, against Luke Rockhold. So, yeah, more work for Paulo Costa. Real mods ban cunts. Real mods ban cunts. Nacho, ban me right now, you soft bitch. No, Nacho doesn't ban people. That's why he's a good mod. He's a good boy, our Nacho. We love our bloody Nacho. I need some water. You surprised I didn't take JDM? I should have taken JDM as well, but I don't feel like that's a fair answer to just take all the fucking champions. You should have at least taken a couple of big names to get more eyes on your big endeavor. I wanted some young, fresh up-and-comers that I can build a league around, right? The Ghost of Rockhold. It was the Ghost of Rockhold, yep. Hello, Incognito. How are you? Orabai, Numeradov, Viziev. Solid picks. Orabai's a rough one. You never know what you're going to get. Viziev, yes. How old is DDP? I think he's 33. I think DDP is 33. DDP Topology. Let's have a look. Your mod is a wet dot. No, he's the best, mate. Drickers is 31. He's got plenty of time. Polo didn't even look good against a wash Laufren. No, Polo looked horrible. But remember, it was at altitude and everybody looked horrible that night. Yeah, Drickers is 31. That would be huge for Costa to win this fight. Going to be violent as fuck. We'll see, Val. It's the classic we'll see because Paulo Costa is dog shit. Don't forget just how dog shit Paulo Costa is. He's very bad. He is very, very bad. We had more stuff to get through. Right. More stuff to get through. Khalil Roundtree got his own set of custom shorts. Why? I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't tell you why Khalil Roundtree got his own set of custom shorts. Yet here they are. They're Thailand themed. I bloody love them. I bloody love Thailand and Muay Thai. I would get a pair of these to train in and to sleep in. I'd get a pair of Khalil Roundtree shorts to sleep in. I think they look fucking sick. I don't know why he's getting custom shorts. Kamaru Usman didn't get his own set of custom shorts. So it doesn't make any bloody sense to me at all. But there you go. Khalil, they're treating this... I think it's probably because they're paying for this card, so it's a little bit different. It's not the UFC paying for their own card. Hill should have gotten his own shorts as well. He absolutely should have. Like, I just don't understand why Khalil Roundtree gets his own set, but here we are. Current DDP or Prime Silver? Prime Silver catches DDP as he rushes in like a retard. That Paulo Costa versus Rockhold fight will always be a favorite of mine. It was so weird and hilarious, but a solid amount of good action and blood. I loved it. I thought it was a great fight. Paulo Costa versus Luke Rockhold. I fucking loved that fight. I thought it was phenomenal. Yeah, that's always going to be in my heart. But yeah, it was retarded. Like, it was a bad... It was... Skill-wise, it was a bad fight. Entertainment-wise, it was a 10 out of 10, man. Orabai is alright, but his cousin Oleski Oralux is way better. Everyone looked shit that night. They did. Hill should have got his own shorts. Khalil probably has a photo of his favourite ladyboy in his left arse cheek. I mean, if you love Thailand, Justin. If you love Dustin. You mean Roundtree won 2? He won 2 rounds, so he gets his own pair of shorts. Paulo Costa is set to fight Roman Kopylov at UFC 317. Am I off? No, you're right, Ronald. It was great to watch, watching Keeping Cockle putting his hands to his knees for a second to catch his breath, and then launch into his huge spinning back kick. That's what I mean. It wasn't good MMA, but it was fucking fun. Like regional MMA, you know what I mean? It wasn't good, but it was fun. Alright, we did the... I just want to make sure I caught up on all the news today with you guys. We did the Tom Aspinall training for Volkov. We did the Islam Makhachev is going to fight 3 more times. We did the most retarded strikers list I've ever seen. We have a Dana White meme. 2025, Dana White says, I'm not fighting Tom Aspinall. And he goes, that's okay, John. Take your time. Decide. Dana White in 2016.
I believe that you're a cheater, and I believe that you use steroids. So I want to randomly steroid test you for the next 2 years. And that thing that you came out with today, nobody on earth thinks that you really wrote that. You're too stupid. I believe that you're a cheater, and I believe...
Oh, mate. Fucking Dana White is so fucking changed now. There's no way old Dana White would have put up with this shit. There's no way old Dana White would have put up with this shit. Unfucking believable. Let me read some chats. Hang on. You got double that there. Oh, there was one more thing I wanted to show you guys before we get out of here. One more thing I wanted to show you guys. It was so great watching. Yeah, we did that one. DDP takes down Silver and crushes his skull dude. Chael Sonnen dog walked Silver for 5 rounds. Who's going to tell K-Dot? Who's going to tell K-Dot why Chael Sonnen had success with Silver in the first fight? Do I have to do it? Do I have to put on my old faded tap-out beanie? Do I have to put on my old faded tap-out beanie and tell these young guns why Chael Sonnen had any fucking success over Silver, or is someone in the chat going to tell K-Dot, who just got to MMA this week? What's going on, boys? Someone educate this young buck on the truth, mate. Someone educate this young buck before I get me old faded tap-out beanie on and explain to K-Dot why he doesn't know shit about gloves. Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
Today.
You are gay.
There you go, Christian Grey. We didn't do a why are you gay today. Gotta get a why are you gay at least once on a stream. Just remember to everyone that Big Ben Rothwell will be fighting for the UFC, the BKFC Super Heavyweight title on July 19th. We will sacrifice the Dark Lords to ensure his victory. You know what, Nacho? You guys know I've got a bunch of personal shit going on right now, but I'm going to make myself available for that. We're going to do a live stream for that one. It's in Australia. It's in Perth. It'll be a Saturday night. I don't usually stream on a Saturday night. We're going to do it on the Saturday night. We're going to do that one on a Saturday night. We're going to watch that one. We're going to do it live. Stand your base! Where am I at? I just yelled, stand your base. My neighbors hate me. Khalil's half Asian, half black sons are going to be the fucking goats, dude. Imagine Asian speed, black strength, combined. Jackie Chan, Roadhouse. Crazy how naturally every Brazilian has knockout power, and then there's Costa, who hits hard on occasions only. It is, isn't it? And he's the most jacketed of them all. We forgot to do the sex tier list, true. Eric raises a valid point. He does. We did forget to do the sex tier list. Roundtree takes Hill out within 3 rounds, and then gets on his knees, makes an Illuminati triangle with his hands to praise the Freemasons. Exactly right, K-Dot. Dana's wife probably cucks him now. That's why he clobbered her. Probably. She probably pegs him now. And he beat her into doing it. Wait, who was Dana actually saying that to? I don't remember. I have no idea, Larry. I have no idea. Let's go for that, Nacho. UFC 317 gets carried heavily by the top 2 fights. The main card is not worth the hype. Very true, Raj. It isn't. It isn't. The main card is absolutely not worth the hype. Based Dana White was a mythical promoter. True. Silver had injured ribs. There you go. And Chael was on steroids. That's right, Spectre and Ominous. Ding, 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 ding. Chael Sonnen was on steroids. I know that, but despite being on roids, DDP is bigger than Sonnen. DDP really fucking struggled against Derek Brunson. Anderson would be able to clip him or sub him. Chael was sweating testosterone in that Silver fight and had injured ribs. There you go. Because Chael is the GOAT. I've been to Rothwell's gym many times. He is as weird as you guys think he is. That's fucking perfect for this kind of channel, Mike. We're on board with that. Let's not act like the second fight was Chael, who wasn't getting into deep takedowns. Was being dumb as fuck. He threw a spinning elbow and got the takedown. The nostalgia you guys have is insane. K-Dot, the amount of glaze that you have for DDP just because you've listened to some Lucas Tracy videos is insane. I'm kidding, Kato. I'm kidding about the Lucas Tracy part. I like Khalil's oblique kicks. If I was a UFC fighter, I would absolutely oblique kick shamelessly. What time am I at? Because so many moves from there, and also to try and stay safe. Khalil Roundtree's oblique kicks. Yeah, also, you're going to keep, if you're oblique kicking the fuck out of Roundtree and you're Khalil, you're keeping Roundtree dancing around and worrying about it and really playing to those injuries that he's carrying into it along his ankles and his legs. So yeah, kicking is the answer for Khalil Roundtree in this fight, which is lucky for Khalil because he's a phenomenal kicker. He's a phenomenal kicker. Dana was saying that to Jake Paul. Oh, no shit. Thank you, Christian Gray. Imagine if Kunaev gets fucked over again. How Aaron got fucked over by Macy when they show the fight promo as she bailed on the walkout. Imagine Kunaev gets fucked over again, like how Aaron got fucked over by Macy when they showed the fight promo and bailed on. I'm not sure what you mean, Val. DDP beats Silva by accident. That is possible. That is true. When did you start taking steroids, Dougie? I don't take steroids, mate. I don't take steroids anymore. Holy shit, Mike Lang. Tell some Dark Lord Ben Rothwell. Hey, we have an in. Mike, can we get an interview with the Dark Lord Ben Rothwell? Could you put in a good word for us? Right, one more thing to show you guys, especially for this channel. Since we're fans of this on this channel. Show that there. K-Dot, what's up, dude? DD's Tree struggled against Brunson, but he did DDP struggled against Brunson, but he absolutely did Whittaker's head in, didn't he? Yeah. But Whittaker's not a jiu-jitsu guy off the back. Derek Brunson's a wrestler and was doing submission attempts on Drickus, and Drickus was having trouble scrambling out of them. Same way he put a striking clinic on Strickland. Strickland is a Philly shell boxer, not an open stance boxer like Anderson Silva, who's a bitch in terms of defense. I don't want to use the cunt word, but you're forcing me to. Like, you can call me a cunt. That's okay. I don't mind. We're just fucking around here, K-Dot. I mean, yeah, you're bringing up two of DDP's like great fights, and they are great fights, but styles make fights, and stylistically Whittaker and Strickland aren't the same as Anderson Silva. I brought up Brunson because of the stylistical matchup of being on the ground while Brunson was trying to leg lock him the entire time and getting him into not cunt, the MMA casual. Oh, you can call me a cat, but it's like it's water off a duck's back at this point. I prefer you call me cunt, to be honest, rather than casual. But do you get what I'm saying about the styles make fights? Like, you know what I'm saying, K-Dot? Like, different styles make different fights. And Whittaker and Strickland are not the same style as Anderson Silva. You know what I mean? Like, and also, when you do these arguments, I assume you mean prime for prime. So you got to think of, like, prime Anderson Silva versus a prime performance from Drickus du Plessis. Drickus du Plessis' prime performance might be Mr. Cunt Casual. Yeah, Mr. Cunt Casual. DDP's prime performance would probably be the Whittaker fight. You know, both Strickland fights, like Strickland fight, the second one wasn't close, but competitive. The Izzy fight, Izzy nearly finished him. Izzy was going to finish him with the body shots. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, K-Dot? You get what I'm saying? That's enough of that. Right. Charles Oliveira. We make a lot of fucking jokes about fighters and compare them to Pokemon cards on this channel. A lot of Pokemon jokes on this channel. Charles Oliveira bloody collects Pokemon, boys. He's got a fucking Pokemon shelf over at his house. Unbelievable. Charles Oliveira is one of the boys. He's a Pokemon fan. We on this channel need to make a Charles Oliveira Pokemon card for UFC 217 and give it to old Oliveira. Send it to him in the mail somewhere. Find out Charles Oliveira's P.O. box and send him a Dougie's Corner Charles Oliveira Pokemon stuff. I still don't understand any of the Pokemon stuff. It's because millennials grew up with Pokemon on the TV, so it makes us feel nostalgic. That's essentially all it is, Tim. Charles is going to lose by torpedo, confirmed. This doesn't surprise me at all. There you go. There you go. All right, boys. All right, that is it. That is it. We're done. We're getting out of here. Video tomorrow. Something that we didn't cover today. The video tomorrow is going to be Demetrius Johnson and KSI had a fucking grappling match. Played around with the grappling, so that is going to be tomorrow's. Hang on, K-Dot isn't done yet. Don't wrap it up yet. K-Dot isn't done yet. Hang on. Where are we at? Casual cunt or formal bunghole? A casual cunt or a formal bunghole? I'd rather be a casual cunt than a formal bunghole. Charles is going to lose by Superior. That doesn't surprise me at all. Charles lives like a king. I remember all the peasants coping and seething about him having his own portraits all over his house. I mean, it's kind of fucking based. If you had as much money, as Charles Oliveira did, imagine just having photos of yourself like a fucking king all over the walls. You know what I mean? Wrong question, my bad. Dougie thinks Misty from Pokemon is hot. I mean, I'd rather go for Nurse Joy. You know what I mean? Good night, Eric. Good night, Eric. C-Dot, get it in now. Get it in now. Get it in now, C-Dot. We're out here. This is the end. This is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. Khalil and Jamahal are both great at Niking chins at the end of their punches. In your opinion, who is the better kicker? In my opinion, Khalil Roundtree is the better kicker. See you guys. Have a good one. I'll see you guys tomorrow's video. Mighty Mouse versus KSI grappling match, and I'll see you in tomorrow's live stream. Officer Jenny is the best. Absolutely right. If you haven't seen today's video, it's me just laughing at Kamaru Usman. So go and watch today's video. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Mike, for the donations. Thank you, Weston, for being one of the OGs. Thank you, Cage, for being one of the OGs. Thank you, Chris and Eric and Larry and Nacho and all the OGs and Tim. Thank you guys for being here every single bloody night. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you later. Everyone have a good bloody night. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.